Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, we talk about all things fandom and we talk about them in a positive way. Now, on Throwback Thursday today, we talk about usually some news related to the fandom, to a fandom, and then we give you an older movie that you can watch that has something to do with it. So today we're going to be talking about the fact that Halloween Ends doesn't actually seem to have an end according to insiders. And then we're going to be discussing the movie Halloween Party. So let's get started. All right, everyone. So according to David Gordon Green, the movie may not be as final as we thought. In terms of it doesn't necessarily have an ending that he's satisfied with. He said it keeps changing on the daily, and he's been in contact with Jamie Lee Curtis and with John Carpenter himself to kind of say, what if we did this? And what if we did this? Well, how weird is it that the movie is only a couple weeks out now and it doesn't seem to have an ending? Well, if you follow my channel at all, you know that I'm going to tell you, it doesn't matter. And here's why. Film has always been in an area where it can have reshoots up till the very week of its release. This is not necessarily proof that the movie is bad. It's not proof that there's trouble behind the scenes. It's not proof that actors didn't get along or anything of the sort. All this is saying is that the director has listened to the test audience, to the people that looked at the script, that he had looked at the script. And they have determined what to change here and there. They have done a couple of reshoots already that we know. For all we know, they filmed multiple endings and they're just going back and forth on which of these endings they want to put out as the official ending. And in terms of this script that's been leaked online that people are reporting, oh, we can give you a full rundown spoiler of the script. To this I say, enter that type of thing with your own sort of caution. Because basically when you're looking at this and you're entering it with caution, if the movie don't go down like the script, you're not likely to be as offended or upset by it. Whereas if you're looking at this movie and determining this is not like the script I read and this script that got leaked would have been so much better, then you're automatically on the disappointed side. But here's the thing about that. Scripts, just like the actual shooting, doesn't always happen the way it's written down. It happens in whatever order it's going to happen, and the script itself is in constant change. So even while they're filming a movie, they could be changing the script. So this could be a very original draft of the script that's been bantied about. And then I know that there's people saying they went to the screening, and they could give you spoilers because they went to the screening. Again, just because they went to a screening doesn't mean that what they saw at the screening is the final film. Things could have been changed drastically from the time of the screening. That is always a possibility. It's not usually the case in terms of changing major plot devices in the script. However, it has and will be done again that way. So even if you're looking at the people who say they have gone and seen a test screening of it and they can give you spoilers, take that also with a grain of salt. This is not out of the ordinary for this to happen, and we shouldn't be worried about it. David Gordon Green seems to have a good handle on this, talking to Jamie Lee Curtis and talking to John Carpenter and saying, hey guys, what if we take this ending? What if we take this approach? What if we do this? And they're in a constant change to give you the best possible movie they can give you. So in that regard, all we can actually do as the fans is hope that they do what they set out to do and give us a decent movie. I mean, I'm going to go into it with completely, you know, just be completely open. I'm going to go into it. I'm going to be completely open. And hopefully they give us something that's worthwhile. Now, you can go into it closed-minded and say, if they don't do this, this, and this, then the movie's going to be horrible. But that's not a way to view your movies. Movies are like artwork, and if you've ever done any artwork, you know that your artwork is constantly changing until the time that you actually show it to people. You might draw something or paint something, but then you're going to tweak that drawing and painting until you feel that it's justified in your mind as being good enough to show to them. You have to justify that in your own mind that you put out a good project before you actually put out that project. And that's the thing with a movie. These directors and writers, they are going to try to keep doing their thing until the very last minute to give you the best possible movie. I know that when I draw, I think I'm done. I go back and look at a drawing I've done and I go, well, I need to add this. And I need to add this. And I end up adding 5 or 6 things to a drawing I've done before I even am ready to go, hey, look at this. Or maybe I only show it to a select few friends, but then that even don't mean it's done. They might go, this is cool, and they might make a suggestion. The same thing is going on here. David Gordon Green is just basically looking and going, hey, friend, what do you think of this, this, and this? So that's my take on this whole, it doesn't have an ending. I'm not worried about it. This is not out of the realm of normal. This happens all the time. So let's jump into our next topic. Now, what is our next topic? Well, we're going to do a review of a movie called Halloween Party from 2019. Now, the movie is strange because it may be the best little horror movie you haven't seen or heard of. So, when I first heard about the Halloween Party movie and saw the trailer, and even when I looked at the poster, I kind of had this vibe of it being being that story in Trick or Treat about the little kids and the elevator going down into the swamp where the kids were thrown off a bus. It gave me that vibe where they were driven off that bus into the swamp and died. That's the vibe it gave me, but that's not what this movie's like. This movie actually takes place in a college, and the kids that are in this college, a few of them start to get these messages on the internet, basically saying you're invited to a Halloween party, and when they click, well, then something bad happens. When a couple of them start to disappear, one of the girls starts to inquire as to why this is happening. She starts to realize that something sinister is going on and recruits this computer kid to actually help her out. So this person she wouldn't normally really talk to all that much becomes the person helping her out. And they determine that this is something supernatural happening here. Now, the movie from there takes some really interesting turns and becomes quite scary. Now, I was pleasantly surprised by this movie because at least once or twice it actually delivered a jump. I highly recommend you check this movie out because it doesn't go down like you think it does. And that is always a good thing. When you are surprised by a movie and you think you know how it's going to happen and how it's going to go down, and then it doesn't go down that way, that is the most fun you can have with a movie. So, yes, the new Halloween Ends movie may have a few surprises up its sleeve that could surprise you, but this movie actually did. We know for a fact it did. At least for me, I was very pleasantly surprised by this movie. overall, it was the best movie I saw in 2021 when I actually found the movie. So it's up there for me in terms of the best Halloween movies I found. When I found this movie in 2021, I was completely enthralled. And I actually watched it 3 or 4 times just to figure out if I missed anything. And see if I could see the hints as to what was really going on. So I highly recommend this movie if you like a good little scary movie without too much elaborate storytelling, because it really is simplistic at its heart. And that's not always a bad thing either. So I give it 5 out of 5 stars. And if you haven't seen Halloween Party from 2019, I highly recommend that you check it out. So as always, definitely leave us a comment in the comment box below, letting us know what you think about this, and let us know what you think about our throwback movie review. If you have seen this movie, we want to know what you thought. And if you haven't, watch it and let us know what you thought. And then also, yeah, share this video with all of your friends so they can be part of the conversation too. Then also, don't forget to hit that like button. It's free. It helps us. It helps the channel, just like commenting. And then Miko says we need more subscribers. And this little face, he knows what he's talking about. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because you don't want to disappoint Miko. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video. And then yes, Miko, at the end of the day, fandom is family.